What's up guys, T-Rez Fitness here. If you don't know who I am, you better check out my road to six-pack. Now, I've got a little announcement to make for those who don't already know. Since Monday last week, I've purchased coaching from the one and only...
What's good, YouTube? You know who it is. Chris Jones, representing Pump Chasers.
You guys already know that I always wear the Pump Chasers clothing. Naturally, I would be a fan of Chris Jones. And I thought, you know what? Why not take my training to the next level? Because I've been saving up and I want to learn more. I want to get more information, know what I'm doing and not experiment too much, you know? And also I think it's the perfect opportunity to do that while you guys are asking me a lot of questions. You know, it's good for me to have like knowledge so that I don't give you shitty advice. Because a lot of you guys together with me, we've done crazy transformations. You know, I enjoy when you guys send me your transformation pictures and tell me that, you know, you got motivation from seeing my videos. You know, it means a lot to me. I've already said it. I like the support, you know, so much. I appreciate it. But with that said, I just want to make it clear that there is going to be changes. Now, let's talk about what has happened. 2 weeks ago, I did my cardio every day thing, right? You can probably tell that in the way I'm talking that I'm not really hyped up. And the reason is because standing next to these guys was like a real wake-up call. I'm not doing everything in my power, and there's just 1 month and 2 weeks left to get where I want to be, and I'm not doing everything I can. And I said no carbs, and it just lowered my caloric intake to 1,500. Basically, I was getting desperate to see the results. And when you do that, when you lower your daily caloric intake to such a low level, and when you do cardio that much, you know, muscles takes a lot of energy to preserve, and if you don't get enough energy, your body is gonna, just like the fat, use it to burn it off in order to keep you going during the days. And your goal with losing the fat is to get your muscles to show. Now, what good is it if you're burning away the fat and muscle? At the end of the day, you'll just end up skinny, and everything that you worked for, the muscle mass that you've built, will all be gone. So, you know, I thought, I'm not doing things optimal here. Let's get some professional advice. And so that's what I've been doing. And, you know, I'm really glad to have gotten this opportunity now, because let me show you this meal, man. Let me show you this meal. I'm gonna be able to eat like this 5 times a day with a lot of carbs, you know, a little bit of fat, a little bit of a lot of chicken protein, lean proteins, but 5 times a day, man, that's a lot of food. And you know, doing the 1,500 caloric intake thing has been really exhausting for me. Let me just it's like being on a starvation diet. And I've been just so low on energy. You know, everything was willpower. The same thing with cardio every day. That was just making me weaker, like instantly weaker. I've gotten the results, so I'm not grieving over it. But you know, that's not sustainable. It wasn't sustainable for a long period of time. And what we have done now with Chris Jones, he looked at me, evaluated my physique and everything that I've done so far. My current meal plan, my current program is adjusted a lot of things. And one thing that I didn't expect him to do is increase my carb intake by that much. He increased my carbs to 200 grams. And, you know, I'm glad, because if I can do that and still get results, you know, fuck it. I can eat rice, I can eat potato, I can eat everything that I enjoy. So that's a really good move for me right now, because, you know, I was about to crash. You know, I would do it because I just said I would do it. But so this is what's gonna go down. So I'm gonna work out 4 days, then have 1 rest day, and then I'm gonna work out 4 days again, weightlifting. And in between all of this, every week I'm gonna have to do 3 cardio sessions and burn around 250 calories. That's like medium intensity, so it's not too bad, especially, you know, relaxing for me to not think about I have to go out and just kill myself every day. We'll probably increase the cardio and everything in a couple of weeks. And also, you know, my diet has changed. I'm gonna eat 2,000 calories now, roughly. I get about 200 grams of protein, 200 grams of carbs, and 50 grams of fat. So you guys know where we are. Now, don't do this, just copy this formula, because it was made for me. I have a different physique, I have different weak points, I have different, you know, weight, everything. me. So, you know, this is specially made for me. It doesn't necessarily work out the same for you. If you're a little bit shorter than me, probably you get less calories. If you're taller than me, then this is probably starvation for you. So I'm not gonna reveal all of the things that I've bought because simply it's like pirating. I can't just, you know, send this stuff out for free. Secondly, it's not, you know, it's not optimal for you to just do what I'm doing because we're all different, right? That's what I said in my first video. The road to six-pack is different because we all have different starting points. Anyways, so I'm gonna take like a real grip of the diet right now. He sort of scolded me because I wasn't 100% good with the diet. To prepare for, you know, later. Also, I got myself some, let's see where we put it. Some chickpea pasta. And that's something that I can highly recommend, guys. I don't have the package right here, but it's called chickpea bean pasta. It has 50 grams of carbs, 20 grams of protein in the pasta. It doesn't necessarily taste the best, but you know, you're not gonna eat because you're gonna enjoy the meals, right? I've already said that a couple of times. So with that said, that's something that I'm gonna be using in order to fill up the macros because I'm gonna need a lot of carbs. I'm gonna need complex carbs because you don't wanna eat a lot of, you know, you could eat sugar, that's carbs, right? And that's not optimal for you as well. So let me just dig into this and we'll see how the day unfolds with the new program, and I'm really excited to see the results. Now, last thing before we cut the camera off. This is probably gonna set my date of cutting a little bit further down. So I'm not gonna be where I expected myself to be like at the end of this month because Chris Jones said, you know, we're not gonna do a crash diet. We're not gonna lose a lot of weight like straight, like a kilo a week. It's not, you know, it's not optimal. It's not healthy. It's not sustainable. You know, he wants me to preserve the muscle mass that I have. Obviously, I'm not the biggest dude on earth, so that would be very preferable for me to keep the little mass that I have. So we're gonna go about it in a slow way, optimally trying to lose as much fat as possible, but at the same time preserve as much muscle mass as possible. So let's see how the day unfolds. I'm gonna try to get every meal here. I'm gonna get the workouts on another tape. So this is gonna be me giving out the tips and meals that I'm gonna use in order to fill out the macros. All right? All right, so I'm skipping out on the sweet potato because this will be enough carbs for today. And I'm just gonna cook it in this bowl here. I'm not gonna put any salt in there. I'm not gonna add any spices or anything because first of all, I'm too lazy to make it taste good. Second, I have to count that into calories. I don't want to do that. And third, I don't eat because, you know, I'm just gonna eat this just get over with it. I'm not gonna make this as an experience. So this is gonna be really, really boring taste. I'm probably not gonna enjoy it at all. All right, so that's cod fillet, cod. I don't know how to pronounce that. As you can tell from the density of this or whatever, the I don't know. It's way more moist, so you don't have to chew it like chicken. I think this is going to be way easier to just stuff down together with the potato. I'll mash it down and just split it up into 5 meals. I didn't evenly spread them out because I simply calculated only the amount of calories and macros and everything in total. So it doesn't matter like how much each meal is as long as I finish them all up by the end of this day. And as you guys already know, I'm trying to get 4 liters of water as well with this. This isn't 100% my macros and my caloric intake. So after like 3 meals, I'll be calculating how much I have left. Maybe squeeze in like 1 or 2 bananas or some almonds to get the fat up because there is not a lot of fat in this. I just used 2 spoons of 2 tablespoons of coconut butter. Alright, so this is another day and cooking up the potato. That's salmon right there. What I noticed about eating fish, because I did this yesterday, and what I did was I cooked 1 kilo of that, and 1 kilo of potato. And I split it up into 5 meals, so it's 200 grams per meal of each product, right? The thing was, it was so much easier to chew down and eat than chicken. Chicken is like really dry, and you have to chew it down. And after like the third or fourth meal, I didn't want to have more chicken. But with the cod or with the salmon, you just mash it up with the potato, and you know, it was much easier. So I noticed this is how people who are skinny and you know, they don't eat a lot because they feel full instantly. I can understand where you're coming from, because I didn't want to eat the third or fourth meal when I had chicken and potato, or chicken or rice, because it didn't go down. I was full after like 3 bites, you know. But this is like you just grab a spoon and you can shove it down your throat really easy. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to make that remark. So that's like a great tip. I know from experience, I haven't gained weight eating healthy food. So obviously I have no experience in eating a lot of healthy food, and I learned that I can understand how difficult it is, because for the people that are fat, we're not fat because we just eat a lot of food. Some do, but you know, for me and a lot of people, it's more like you're eating a lot of junk food, like way too much. And it's not just junk food, but snacks and stuff like that that has high calories. So seeing that, I can totally understand where you're coming from. But we're gonna see how this is, because this is still in a deficit, which means I'm still losing weight. 79.8, so I just passed under 80 mark. Cut the camera off. All right, time for another meal. Let me show you guys what it is. Potato and chicken. And you know, sauces can ruin your entire macros and calories and everything. So this is what I got. Ranch mayo, calorie free, as you can see. Sugar free, fat free. And it's actually decent tasting. So I'm gonna put that there so it isn't as dry. All right. Swedish weather is turning out to be great. And I still miss my friend with the automatic door. See you guys later. 12 kilos later. This is my pull-up form. Big brother. Loose. Difference, huh? Road to Muscle Up Part 3. Hasse hjälper mig, eller? 1, 2. Måste göra sådär flera gånger bara. Shit, alltså jag klarar på en.